Yo, what's up everybody? It's Superfly Fat Guy, A59 coming at you again. And I'm coming at you with a video that I haven't done one for a long time, man. I don't know. I don't really have any excuses. I don't really watch a whole lot of movies much anymore. And when I do, I don't know. I can never, they're not movies that have knives in them. I got a couple here. I got a couple that aren't, knives, but they kind of, they're either cool that I noticed it, or like I don't know, like one thing is like really, something like that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get right into it. If you don't know what this is, I got a bunch of these in a playlist on my channel. So you have to like click on playlist. It's up here somewhere. Over here, maybe. I don't really remember exactly where it's at. But anyway, if you go to playlist, I think it's called Knives Caught on Screen, and there's a bunch of them in there. So let's get into it. I'm out of practice. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So we'll go with this one. And I have no idea what that is. It's from a movie called A Girl and a Gun. I like the movie. I don't really remember it, but I don't remember like not liking it either. So I know it's a Benchmade, but it's an older. I think it was an older movie, or it was. I think it was an older movie. I was about to say, or I think it was like a flashback to an older movie. So I don't know, man. It's a Benchmade, but it's so small of a picture, and I couldn't get it. I don't think this movie was in HD or something. I think it was on Netflix, and it wasn't in HD. It was like an older movie, like I said. But I noticed right away that it's a Benchmade, and that it's got the butterfly right next to the thumb stud. But other than that, that's really all I know, man. I have no idea, and it's like I said, it's so small. If you guys know, like I've always done in these videos. If you know what these knives are and I don't, definitely leave it down in the comments for sure. Alright, the next one we got is this one. And that is from a movie called Catch Hell. It was actually a pretty cool movie. I do remember this one, but as you can see, it's the Spyderco Endura, and it's just black FRN with the saber grind. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, what? Because it's not a movie that you would. I didn't expect to see a Spyderco in it. I didn't expect to see a knife that I knew in that movie. You know what I mean? It was one of those movies. So I was like, what? As soon as I saw the thumb hole, I knew right away it was going to be a Spyderco. And then when there was a couple quick little scenes that I couldn't get pictures of, but I knew it was an Enduro just from the size. So I knew right away what it was. But it was pretty cool to see that one. And then the next one we got is this one. And this is from Dexter. This is when I watched Dexter. I mean, this was the beginning of the year, I think. I can tell, again, it's a Benchmade. I don't know, maybe it's an auto. I'm not really sure. I know the next archer would probably know this one. I don't know if he watches my videos anymore or not, but I know it's a Benchmade, and I'm pretty sure it's an auto because it's got that button there in the middle. I could be wrong about that though, but like there's no, I might be able to see the picture a little bit better than you can. There's no like liner lock or anything, and it's not a back lock, so I'm guessing it's an auto, but that's just, I don't know. I have no idea what it is though, but I do know it's a Benchmade. So let's see what we got. Oh, okay, and we got this one. And this is from Dexter as well. As you can see, or you might not be able to see in the video, I'm not really sure. But it's a Smith & Wesson. It's a California legal. And I think it even says California legal on it. And then it says USA right under it. But what I find funny is that, and I don't know if you can really tell again in the video or not, but the pivot screw or barrel, like the female part of the pivot is gone. Like it's not in the picture. And it's so funny to see that. Or maybe it's the male part. Yeah, it's the male part that's not in there. So it's the actual pivot like screw. And it's like, where is that at? Like, it was kind of funny. Like, oh, okay, cool. I seen a knife. But then when I saw, and it might not be a Smith and Wesson, because the way that it says Smith and Wesson on the grind like that, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's, I don't know if they did that, like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's like another, like an off brand, like a bootleg brand or something. They just put Smith and Wesson, Smith and Wesson's name on it or something. I'm not sure, but I can see what it says in the picture. And this is directly from the show, so I don't know. All right, so we got this one. This is from a movie called Preservation, which is actually really, really cool. So I highly suggest you checking it out. It's about this, let's see, this couple and the boyfriend's brother, I think. They go like out in the woods hiking and stuff, but one of them, like the boys, the brothers or whatever, or like they grew up out in the woods and stuff like that. But they go into like an abandoned park, and then come to find out there's these killers that are in this park that, like, whoever like decides to go to this abandoned park, they kill them. And it was a super cool movie. But as you can see in the picture, he's got like a chick like tied up and stuff, and he's using a SOG seal pup. And I don't know why they taped the finger guard there. I don't know why they taped that with like red tape. I'm not sure, to maybe give it some pop or something. I don't know. But it's definitely a field pup because I used to have one, or a seal pup because I used to have one of those. But pretty cool little find there in the movie. All right, the next one we got is this one. It's not a knife, but I thought it was really cool because it's actually a pen that I use every single day, and it's the Parker pen. And I use one. I use it all the time. It's about the only pen that I use really, and I got a bunch of them sitting there. But I love my Parker pen, and so I thought it was really cool to see that, because as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what pen it was. So I thought that was pretty neat. Not a knife, but it was still pretty cool. All right, and the next one we got is this one. And this is from a pretty new movie. If you can see who that is, it's Melissa McCarthy. It's from the movie Spy, and I have no idea what kind of knife this is. Like, I don't know if it's either a cold steel or a SOG. No idea. I can see that it's got some kind of flipper on it. It's probably a liner lock. It's got like all those little circles in the middle. I know I've seen this knife before, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Or it could be a custom of some kind. I don't know. But to me, it's reminiscent of like a SOG or a cold steel. So, or it could be maybe a Boker. I'm not really sure. But if you guys know what it is, you've seen that movie, it's actually a really funny movie, dude. It's hilarious. Like, I highly recommend that movie. But, yeah, I didn't know what it was, so, well, you know. All right, the next one we got is this one. Again, not a knife, but I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know how well you can tell in the video, but the rounds laying there. It's from a movie called Supremacy, which was actually really good as well. I think it was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it still is, but it was a really good movie about a guy that just got out of prison, and like he's supposed to go do some dirt as soon as he gets out of prison, and like some dumb shit happens, and he ends up in a house full of black folks, and he's like a white supremacist guy, and he takes them all hostage. It's pretty nuts, but it's a really, really good movie. And at the end, they show these two 9mm rounds on the floor, and one of them does not have a primer in it. Like and it was blatantly obvious in the movie that there's no primer in it, but it's just funny that like they just put it in there because majority of people don't know, you know what I mean, about ammunition. So I just thought it was funny. There's not a primer in this thing, and I just thought it was funny to see that. But they had it laid out like it was like, you know, live ammunition. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. And then the next one is this one. And it's actually from the same movie, Supremacy. And it's another Spyderco, but it's a Spyderco Delica this time. It was smaller, a lot smaller than the Endura that I saw in the other movie. But I thought that was really cool. Let's see here. All right, we got a next one, or we got another one, and it's this one. And this is from a movie that I highly recommend as well. It's called The Equalizer, as you can see, with Denzel Washington in it. But again, it's another Sog Seal pup, and it's laying there right by his right hand. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And then, okay, so that's it. That's all we got. I wasn't sure how many I had, but that's pretty much all we have, guys. So if you like this, if you know what a couple of those knives are that I didn't know, leave it down below. If you like this, let me know. And to those of you that have loved this series and always talk about this series, thank you. And I don't know when the next one will be out. I've watched several movies, but I don't go out of my way to watch stuff. People, it's so funny, man. I've had so many comments, I've had comments too, but I had a lot of messages from people like, man, you gotta watch this movie. It's got this at this time, and it's like I'm not gonna sit through a whole movie, just to watch. I mean, I'll check it out or something if I like the movie, then whatever. But if I don't like the movie, then I'm not gonna sit through a whole movie just to get that clip of that that knife that they used or whatever. But I mean, I appreciate your guys' movie suggestions. If you have any of those, let me know, because I don't always watch movies, but sometimes I'll sit here at night and I'm like, I have nothing else better to do. I really want to watch a movie, and that's what I do. And I got a couple different formats or platforms, whatever you want to call it, that I go to watch movies. But anyway, guys, this has been way too long. I think my old ones I had down to 6 or 7 minutes, so I'm way beyond that. I'm out of practice on this series. But anyway, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And everybody, take her easy.